What's going on, everybody out there on the internet? My name is FearedAngel, and welcome back to another Let's Play. If you don't know who I am, just said my name, but I do MMO Let's Plays on the internet. At least that's what I'm known for. I do occasionally, every now and again, do other games, but MMOs are what I'm known for. And we're back again, and by popular demand, we're going to be doing normal WoW and classic WoW side by side, doing seasons. Every 10 episodes, we're going to go to normal WoW, and then 10 more episodes, go back to classic, and rotate, and switch them up into seasons. And if you're new to my channel, I'm sorry for talking too much. I know that people complain about me talking a lot during character creation, even though the video says character creation. But yes. If you're new to this game is a MMO, massively multiplayer online game. Available, link in the description, PC only. It's $15 a month, and you get a crap ton of gameplay with it. Like, this game will last you a very long time, and it's definitely worth it, in my humble opinion. But for the people who do watch my content, if you're wondering why the heck I'm doing this, Shadowlands has been announced, and I have not done a World of Warcraft Let's Play in a long time, at least finished one. We did the Worgen, and then I kind of took that 2-year hiatus off of YouTube, and I didn't finish it, and I don't really plan to finish that one. For the people that are new to my channel, this series basically is going to go through all of the content in the game, all possible. I have done 2 World of Warcraft Let's Plays already, that have like 300 plus videos, and I actually went all the way to max level at the time. Now there's been more expansions, and they're not technically max, they're not full series anymore, but at the time they were. But we're back again, guys, and for the new people, I'm going to kind of go over the races here. But if you haven't, basically the character creation video is exactly what it says: character creation, creating our first character. And so if you know this game, you should probably skip the video too, if it's out already. If it's not, so what? Okay, so to start off, there's the Alliance and the Horde. It's 2 factions. You can't interact with the other faction. If you're Horde, you can't interact with people in the Alliance unless you're killing them. Same goes for the Alliance and the Horde. So we'll start with the Alliance races. The Alliance races are human. Your basic, human. Every game has one. Second one is dwarf. Third one, night elves. Fourth is your gnomes, your little tinker kind of class. They like to build stuff and explode things and invent things. The Draenei, the space goats. Literally space goats. I'm not even kidding. They crash onto Azeroth in a spaceship. And they're goats. They're like goat humanoids. That's not a joke. Literally space goats. The 6th one is the Worgen. They recently got a new model or whatever, an updated model, so they actually look more up to date, and it looks really good. So good job there, Blizzard. For the Horde side, there is the orcs, the undead, the tauren, the trolls, the blood elves, and the goblins. Blah. And there is one neutral race in the game, and those are Pandaren, however you want to say it. They are neutral. You basically level up, and when you get off their little starting aisle, you can choose if you want to go Alliance or Horde. So there are Pandaren on both sides. And Pandaren got a lot of hate when they were introduced to the game, but I'm going to be honest, they're like probably my favorite race in the game. I like being a big, giant, fat panda. What can I say, okay? Okay? What? Stop looking at me like that. And then, for new players, you won't be able to choose any of these, but I will kind of go into them. There's something called allied races. Allied races, when you get into the later stage of the game and you do like certain achievements and like you grind out reputations and the experience or whatever, you can unlock allied races, which are special races for people who do stuff in the late game, like the later game stuff. So when you play more, you'll be able to unlock these guys, but right at the start, you won't be able to play as these. But I will go over them just for, so there's Void Elves, which I actually don't have unlocked somehow. They're Lightforged Draenei, which are kind of basically they're Draenei, but they're like enhanced with light energy, light magic. The Void Elves is kind of the opposite. They're Blood Elves that are Alliance this time, but they use the Void and stuff. Void magic. Dark Iron Dwarves, which are kind of like dwarves, except they're more like fiery. They're they're kind of like, I can't even really say evil. Not necessarily evil, but they're not necessarily good either. And then the Kultirans, which I'm really close to unlocking them on Alliance, but I haven't yet. Because I mainly play Horde lately. So a lot of the Alliance stuff, you have to unlock the Alliance allied races, you have to do the Alliance achievements, and I don't have the Alliance achievements. I have all the Horde stuff unlocked because that's what I mainly play now, but yeah. For the Horde side, you get the Nightborn, which are a special elf. They're not like a copy of any race. They're a special kind of elf. The High Mountain Tauren, which are basically Tauren, but they've got antlers. The Magar Orc, which are special orcs that are not going to go over the lore right now, but they're uncorrupted, untouched orcs from a different past timeline. It's hard to explain. And then the last one is the Zandalari Troll, a special little troll class. One of my favorites. They look really cool, and I like how they look, and I like how they roll. But, so those are all the races you can have in the game currently. There are a couple more coming out. There's, Mechanomes are going to be coming out by the time this is getting and going. And then there's also a new Horde one, the Volpiri. They're kind of like little fox races. They kind of look like this, like a goblin, like the size of it, but they're like foxes. So those are going to be the new ones. And the foxes get one of the coolest racials in the game, I think, which is you're going to be able to set up camp, and you can like I think you can set your hearth to wherever you want in the game. Like, doesn't have to be a building. Like, you can literally set up a camp and like hearth to that spot. It's actually one of the coolest racials in the game. And if you don't know what racials are, for the new players, those every race gets their they get special stats and special abilities depending on your race. Like, take for example, I'm not going to go over all of them, but humans, they get bonus reputation, can break out of stun effects, increased haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility. Dwarves may take on a stone form. You get it. Undead can eat people to regain health. You get it. You get the idea. Each race, you can, if you play the game, you'll know. You can go through them all. So now we're going to go over the classes. So the first class is the Warrior. This is just your standard hack and slash class. You use swords and shields, and you just pure brute strength to hack and slash your way to eternity. There's the Paladin. This is think of them as warriors, but instead of using just brute force, they use the power of the light, which is kind of, it's like they kind of use blessings and light and holy magic and holy damage and stuff to attack or heal. They can heal too. Hunters, one of the all-time favorites for people who play this game. Hunters are a ranged class. They use bows and crossbows and guns, and their main kind of draw is that you can have pets. You can have you can tame pets in the wild, and you can use them to do your bidding and attack for you. Rogues, this is your typical, everybody should know a rogue class, thief, whatever you want to call it. They go invisible, and they can pickpocket and whatnot. Priests, this is kind of like the Paladin, except they're less tanky, and they don't use brute strength. They just use pure, like, holy magic or shadow, void magic. Ooh. Next one is Shaman. This is a casting class. Well, they also can use hammers and stuff, but they use the elements, aka air, fire, earth, water. They use the 4 elements as their source of power. And then there's the mage. This is your typical mage class. Everybody should know what a mage is. They basically use freaking fire and flames, and when they blink away, and they create things, and they teleport, and you name it. Warlocks. Warlocks are kind of like mages, except they don't do do any of the teleporting. They basically use demons. They can summon demons to do their bidding, as you can see here, and they put curses on people, and they do a lot of damage over time, and they burn people, and they use fell energy and just evilness to do their damage. The next one is the monk. This is kind of like your kung fu class, if you want to think about that. You like lots of punches and kicks, and you're kind of like a ninja, and it's actually a really fun class. It sounds like really like you got friggin' warlocks, you've got warriors, and you got all this cool stuff, and then you have a monk. But I mean, it's kind of out of the norm for the game, but it's a very fun class. So don't hate, appreciate. Druids, this is another favorite for a lot of people. The big draw for them is that they can shapeshift into different animals. So you can shapeshift into a bear and like tank and do damage that way. You can shapeshift into a cat, like a lion, and do damage that way. And they have a bunch of other forms like cheetahs and owls and you name it. The next class is the next 2 classes are called hero classes. These are classes that start at a specific level. The first hero class is well, I'm on a server that you can't choose it on. I should probably have gone to a server that I have a max level, but you need at least a level 70 to do the demon hunter, and it's basically they have wing. They're blind, but they can see like the outline and shapes of things without eyes, if that makes sense. They have wings. They can like glide, and they pretty much can't die for fall damage because they can just open their wings and fly down, and they dash around, and they use these 2 giant freaking swords, and they like to cut things. And then the last hero class is the Death Knight, another fan favorite for everybody. They start at level 55, and they basically raise the dead. They use zombies as their allies, and they like spread pestilence and plagues and all sorts of stuff like that. And they have a lot of self-healing there. It's a very good solo class for people who want to solo. But that is the races and the classes. But for us, I did a poll. I put it on the screen right there. I asked you guys what you wanted me to play for this Let's Play, and when I say we're going to be doing probably most of the stuff in the game that I can, besides, like, we might not do all the quests, but I'm going to show off every expansion. I'm going to show off all the dungeons, all the raids, all the zones, at least, and all the, like, in-game stuff. I might not do every quest in the game, but I'm going to show, like, all the content the game has to offer. So when I said you guys should be, careful what you pick, I was serious, because this is going to be like the pinnacle. Like, this is going to be the Let's Play that keeps going. When the new expansion is released, the new patch is released, we're going to come back to the character, continue our Let's Play until another patch or expansion is released. All right, this is it. And I think at this point it's 44% of you, something like 600 people voted. That means basically half of 600 people, 300 people voted for Shaman, which I'm going to be honest, I like Shaman a lot, but I was not expecting the Shaman to pull ahead so far. Like, I was actually thinking that Hunter. For some reason, I always think that people are going to choose Hunter, but I guess a lot of people don't want to see the Hunter. Everybody wanted to see me play a Shaman, using the elements to do our bidding. They wanted to see me heal. I know a lot of people wanted to see me heal, because I haven't done a healer. I've done a tank. Our Paladin Let's Play was a tank. We've done our Rogue one. Our very first one was obviously Rogues can only do damage, so it was a damage guy. But everybody wanted me to do Shaman, which Shaman was on my, for my guess for people wanting me to play. Shaman was not anywhere near the top. And I've also decided that since our classic character is on Horde, that we are going to, for this Let's Play, we're going to be Alliance. And so the only classes that can be a shaman on Alliance are the dwarves, Draenei, Pandaren, and then the Dark Iron Dwarves and the Kultiran, which I was kind of wanting to be the Kultiran, but I didn't want to go and like unlock them. I'm really close to unlocking them. I have a character that literally just has to do the quest line, but I couldn't be bothered to right now, and honestly, I'm not even sure if I really want to be a Kultiran at this point. A Dark Iron Dwarf does sound cool, but I don't think I want to be a Dark Iron dwarf either. So then it was between, because I don't want to be a regular dwarf. Nothing against them, I just don't want to be a dwarf. I want to be like a normal sized class or race. So then it was kind of like, well, Draenei or Pandaren. I like the Pandaren a lot, but I've made so many I have so many shaman Pandarens already, and so many Pandaren classes. What class don't I have? The Draenei. I don't have the Draenei. I really should have just did a poll to see what race you guys wanted me to do. I'm sure a lot of people wanted me to do Horde, but for right now, man, I really want to be the Pandaren though. I like the Draenei, how the Draenei look, but man, the Pandaren. All right, guys, so I decided we're gonna be the Draenei just because I have a lot of pandas, and I think the Draenei, you know, a lot of people, they overlooked the Draenei. All right, and I'm gonna be a Draenei, and the I could be a female or a male, and I think I'm going to be a male just because they're bigger. I like to play characters that, like, when you wear armor, it's just like you're a big brute, and they are a very big brute class. So, the skin colors. Now we just have to choose what he's going to look like. Did they add more skin colors? What the heck? Wait, did they add those new customizations already? No, I guess they did not. They were supposed to add with the new expansion, they're adding more customization options that we can hopefully view later. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so the face. What face do we want? A lot of evil-looking faces here. Personally, I think we're gonna go with the little kind of like the cuts on the nose guy, and then the hair can have kind of horns. Ooh, look at that! It got like a little bun. Ooh, I could have horns. More horns. That always looks cool. Ponytail. I think we're going to go down, though. I think we're going to go with this old classic ponytail, perhaps. I don't know. That looks cool, too. I think we're just going to go with the ponytail. Hair color. All right. I think we're going to stick white. White just looks the coolest. Then we got to choose our face tentacles. I think we're just going to choose... I'll just choose this one. I like the mustache. It looks cool. Looks the coolest. The mustache. All right. And I did choose a server that is dead on purpose, just so like when we're playing, there's not a whole lot of people around us. Kind of like an emptier server. But if you want to add me, my battle.net is in the description if you want to add me and possibly play with me even in a video. So it's FearedAngel, I think number 1364, I think. If not, check the description. Might have guessed that wrong, but we'll see if my name is available on this server. And it looks like it is. FearedAngel on Tortheldron, which is a very low server, which is the reason I chose it. All right, let's go ahead. And I think I'm going to end it here. That ends it for character creation, guys. When we come back, we're actually going to play the game. Peace off. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, leave a like, and make sure to share it around the internet and worldwide. You can check out my Patreon, links in the description and on the screen now. Don't forget to come by our Discord and say hello to everybody. And last but not least, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Peace off.